Hello, witchy peeps and family. It's your sister witch, your high priestess Kathy, and I am doing a video today about how to use graveyard dirt in love work. Now, normally, most of you know that I do a lot of hexing and black magic. So when I do use graveyard dirt, I use the graveyard dirt of people who might have been maybe like a murderer or not a good person, had a bad name in town, or maybe, a whore, just bad people, a psychotic person. I use graveyard dirt in hexing work and black magic like that. But I am showing you a video today how to use graveyard dirt in love magic. And me and Johnny, we were out yesterday, and I was telling him about a couple of clients that I've been working with, but they're not getting the results that I like to see fast enough. And I thought about how quick I get results when I'm using graveyard dirt. So I thought about some things some people had told me a while back, and I got to looking on the internet, and I also seen that some people were using graveyard dirt in love magic as well, and I was like, well, duh, that's what I need to do. But the thing is, I had to get the graveyard dirt from someone who wasn't an evil person or a murderer or a drug dealer or anything like that. We actually got the graveyard dirt from a counselor, and he was also a minister. Now, I could have gotten the graveyard dirt from my grandmother's grave, but we were not in that town, and I needed something right away because she was also a minister and just a lovely woman. And you guys are probably wondering what happened to me, right? Okay, so we got the graveyard dirt from this guy. And also, when you're getting the graveyard dirt, you want to make sure that you leave an offering. It can be money. We actually left 5 pennies and a dime. And you can leave like a little trinket or something like that. If you're getting, graveyard dirt from a good person, and you want to make sure that you get the okay to use that dirt. While we were in the cemetery for a while before we decided that we was actually going to go to this guy, because it's like we kept going across his grave, and it was like he was calling us, he was calling me, to help. Help. He wanted to help me. So I had went around to a couple of other women that were also like counselors and ministers, but I didn't get the feeling that it was okay to get anything from them. But this guy kept coming to me, and he actually came to me in a vision, and he wanted to help. And I actually looked up his name and stuff online. I won't say his last name because I don't, just in case I don't want his family finding out I'm actually getting graveyard dirt from his grave. But his first name was Elder Raff, and I won't say his last name just for protection. But I really do feel good about this dirt. I feel like it's really going to help my clients in the love work that I'm getting ready to do for them. So yes, it's very important that whenever you get graveyard dirt from a deceased person, you need to be sure that it's okay. You need to have that feeling. If you're having a feeling that I shouldn't get this, then don't do it. You definitely want to thank them. Ask the permission, thank them, and leave an offering for them. It can be candy. Libations. Some people pour out liquor. That's a good thing too, or whatever. But with the pastor, we felt, of course, money would be the thing to satisfy him. And I feel completely 100% sure that he's going to help me in the work I'm going to do. So here, I don't have the photo printed out, but this is like for an example for a client that I'm going to get ready to help. And the other 2 clients that I'm going to additionally help them. I'm going to add some of that graveyard dirt there in the work. But you definitely want to print off your photo. And right here, as you can see, I have petitioning my ancestors and the spirit of Elder Raff. Not last name not mentioned. And you definitely want to do that, and write everything else, that you want, to do to help your clients or whatever. Of course, you want to make sure that you do get the name of the person that you're getting the graveyard dirt from. People, don't just get anybody's graveyard dirt. Get their name. Okay? And so for those of you that are a little advanced, you can use Veve or Seagull if you're wanting to also work, with deities or laurels as well or whatever. That's for those of you that are a little more advanced. I'm actually not going to do that in this work. So, but that's an option for those of you who would want to do something like that. So anyway, after I get done and I fold up the photo and everything, and what I'm going to do, in which I should have put this here first. I always use my protection oil. And I need to make some more, it's chanted over, it's, anointed and all of that good stuff that I do, smudged and all that. I always use my protection oils and stuff, and I put it all over my face and my hands, and to protect myself when I'm doing any type of work, especially hexing work. So, whenever I get, let's see here, the photo ready, because I'm going to put it in this jar here, I'm going to wrap the picture that my client sent me. I'm going to wrap the picture, him and her, or whatever. I'm going to wrap it in red yarn for love, and I'm going to wrap it in white yarn for peace. Now, you don't have to do that, but this is just something that I do. I find that it kind of helps me in my work. That's just something I personally do. You can use any type of yarn, twine, thread, whatever it is you have on hand. You don't have to go out and purchase that. But that's just something that I like to do. If I were to do hexing work, I would use black as well. Okay? So after I get all my herbs and my essential oils and all of that, and everything that, I'm not going to show everything that I do. You guys know that. After I get all of that done, I'm going to put it here all together in my jar or your bottle. Put it on top. Put your graveyard dirt in there. And you're off and running. And I hope that this video was very helpful. You can always reach me. I do readings and I do spell work and hoodoo work, root work for people. I would be happy to help you as well if you need my help. You can contact me on Facebook or you can contact me on YouTube. And people, serious inquiries only. Because if you're coming to me thinking you're going to get free work and free readings, it's just not going to work. You're wasting your time. Not just mine, but you're wasting your time. I'm not that nice. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this long video up. And it's your High Priestess, Kathy. Talk to you witches later. Bye-bye.